I bought Tegara tool holders because we bought a new machine. The new machine does not use the same retention knobs as our other machines. I felt that buying all new tool holders of largely one name brand would help reduce the chances of putting a tool holder in a spindle that had the wrong pull stud for that spindle. An operator only puts Tegara tool holders in the gen mill and the gen mill only, and everything else goes in the other two machines. I was also curious how good the performance to cost ratio was with them. The fit and finish of the holders is virtually identical to any other tool holder. They're very nice looking for the money. In basic testing, we have found them to be no worse or better than the other brands of tool holders we own in terms of runout and rigidity. I bought a drill chuck for putting an indicator in for indicating in vices and angle plates and stuff of that nature, and then some regular ER16 collet chucks. And then I got some ER16 collet chucks that have the small diameter collet nuts. And then, of course, some stubby ER32s, or stubby-ish. And I got a handful of SK collets to do some experimentation with as mill chucks. One tool holder that I did get that is not a Tegara is this Tool Mex face mill holder, which has through the spindle coolant where you don't have to slot the bolt to get the coolant to flow through the tool. SK collets are supposed to have twice the clamping force of a ER series collet. I wanted to try them as an inexpensive alternative to hydraulic chucks. Hydraulic chucks are fantastic and I love them. They have excellent rigidity, excellent runout, and are supposed to have some dampening properties. They are 5 times as expensive as a Tegara SK collet chuck. If you're using a hydraulic holder for roughing and you're not using a reduction sleeve and you break an end mill, there's a good chance that you might ruin the chuck. On an SK series, you might damage the collet, but you'll probably only be out $25 versus $400. We have tested SK collets with extended length aluminum cutting end mills and achieved stable, accurate cutting and good feed rate. We have also extensively tested YG1 5-flute Titanox power end mills and achieved stable, accurate cutting, excellent tool life, and excellent feed rates in titanium. I finally invested in a torque wrench from Capri Tools with a 14mm by 18mm female socket end. When used in conjunction with tool holder sockets from Mary Tool, you completely take the guesswork out of how tight to tighten tool holders and get absolute consistency in tool setup from one employee to another. I also invested in a 14mm by 18mm female socket breaker bar from Hazit. This is only used to loosen tool holders, never to tighten. When used in conjunction with the Mary tool holder sockets, it makes loosening tool holders far easier on your body. I used to just tighten the piss out of retention knobs with a wrench. I got a retention knob socket off of eBay, and when used in conjunction with a torque wrench, it completely eliminates any guesswork with respect to how tight to tighten your pull studs. All of the pull studs used in the Tegara tool holders that I bought came from TJ Davies. The new machine has a tool setter, but because of the different retention knobs, I cannot use the tool setter calibration artifact for my other machines. I bought a tool setter calibration artifact from Mary Tool to only be used on our gen mill. In the past, I made all my collet racks myself, and these can actually be a really fun project to do. However, having enough time to do them is the hard part. So I bought collet racks this time around from colletizer.com, and they seem to be pretty decent for, being an off-the-shelf catalog item. So far, we have not had any issues with Tegara tool holders, and I find them to be a very high value. You get a lot of performance for your money. And then the other thing too is to just, make modest investments in simple tools to make your life easier. Things like torque wrenches and breaker bars for tool holders make life a lot easier, and they don't really cost that much money. It has been scientifically proven that by subscribing to this channel, you will become marginally less marginal. Bye!